wouldn't you rather the next 20 years of your life fight to bring back what was great about this country? And that's what is so exciting to me. And why I'm happy, this is the first time I've made a speech like this, because it's been the first time in 4 months that I've been able to come out of the basement where I work from to tell you that I have 10,000 emails coming into my house every single week. People saying, I've got documents, I've got this, I'm ready for the fight, I'm ready. I've got people in the military. I've got, just last week, just to give you what BS artists these people are, Barack Obama has an event scheduled 2 weeks from now where he's going to have a town hall meeting. It's about as authentic as those healthcare town hall meetings, with SEIU people being brought in. And they want to talk about the future of Guantanamo Bay and the Gitmo prisoners. I get sent to me a document from the president through the Attorney General to the DOD that says that they're transferring them to Thompson Correctional Facility outside of Chicago. They missed out on the Olympics. They get the Gitmo prisoners. Lucky Chicago, lucky Chicago. Valerie Jarrett, good work there. It's only 60 miles away from a nuclear plant, so don't worry about that. They were caught with their pants down again, just like Acorn, but nobody paid attention. Wait a sec, you're having an event that's a town hall. I don't understand. You're taking questions. You want to answer questions. You want to make your decision based upon what the citizens have to say. Wait, that document proves that that was window dressing, that it was a fait accompli, just like the Acorn investigation was a fait accompli. Uh-oh, we're getting defunded. Uh-oh, Senate's upset with us. Uh-oh, census, like, we're going to look into Acorn. All they did was investigate Hannah, James, and me and forced us to spend our own money and get lawyers while they followed Hannah and James and me around the country. 2 lawyers from Proskauer, the law firm, were following them. One was named Amy Crafts, came into our press conference and said she was an independent filmmaker. No, she was working for Scott Harshbarger, investigating us at the behest of John Podesta and George Soros and Andy Stern, the people who are behind the healthcare fiasco, who have decided to align Acorn and SEIU to be the central signatories behind HCAN, which is the movement, which is the healthcare movement. What did we discover last week? And I'm going to end it on this note, just to put chills on the back of your neck hair, except for the women. I hope it's not the part of physiological experience. Last week, another citizen journalist slash hero slash master investigator, which apparently everybody has the power in them to do that, came to me while I was watching the Saints game on a Sunday, and I kept blowing him off because there were all these amazing plays. He said, but I think it's really important, Andrew. I said, there was just this weird interception and I missed it. And I just was like in an ADD moment. And he said, Andrew, you've got to concentrate on this one. And I walked into my kid's playroom and he said, we've discovered that the last 6 months that you experienced, President Obama's healthcare strategy that you just experienced was written by a convict in prison. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I was paying attention to the Saints game. Okay, now will you explain this to me? Because yes, there's a guy by the name of Robert Creamer. He's Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky's husband. In 2005, he was convicted of writing bad checks, I think up to the tune of $2 million, but he fact-checked me on that one, David Laxton. I don't have that one down. And he wrote this book in prison in what he joked was a forced sabbatical. This book was basically called Listen to Your Mother, blah, 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 how progressives can win in 2008, or how they can be victorious. And this thing is the goods. This guy is what Wade Rathke is to Acorn. This guy is to the progressive movement in Chicago, to Illinois. And his wife is the one who famously said that the goal is to get rid of the private healthcare industry, insurance industry. She got caught on YouTube saying this, and she's from Illinois, where Barack Obama is. And nobody's really thinking about Robert Creamer or the book that he wrote in 2006, which came out in 2007, which, okay, if you don't believe that this 10-point plan, which tells you, don't worry if you don't have a bill, just keep pushing it and create consensus. I've never seen that before. I'm supporting it. AARP, I'm supporting it. AARP, I'm supporting what? There was nothing. They were in different committees and nobody knew anything. And then people said that there was a 1,000-page bill and nobody would read it. Are you going to read it? I'm not going to read it. Sean Connery says, who reads 1,000-page bills? We witnessed corruption and chaos and hubris at the highest level during this process, and it was crafted on the premise of creating chaos, in creating crisis. Just as Rahm Emanuel said, create crisis. But is this really happening in the United States where they're so blatantly conspiring against us and putting acorn cookies to say, yep, exactly what you think is happening is happening. What are you going to do? Because ABC, CBS, and NBC are not going to report it. If you don't believe that this 10-point strategy, which says get public companies to endorse it, AARP gets into it, that's not private, Comcast last week, after announcing that it's aligning with NBC, says, hey, we endorse Obama's non-existent, health care bill. Why? Oh, that's right, federal regulation, FCC. I get it. So the fix is basically in, just like the fix is in at the prison. Okay, they're playing you. The mainstream media is playing you. What are you going to do about it? No, seriously, what are you going to do about it? So I rack my brain. My family has to deal with me in my basement like 24/7, and I don't know what to do. I apparently just declare war against the United States government because this is unacceptable. There are people who are in harm's way in Afghanistan right now whose lives are being played with. That is unacceptable. So what you see in Derek Roach, what you see in James and Hannah, what you're seeing in the Tea Party people, what you're seeing in John Voight, just saying, you know what, screw it. I don't care what they say about me in this town anymore. I'm going to go out and do it. And his daughter says, screw it too, and she calls him a socialist. People are starting to realize that it's not polite time anymore. It's time to take these people on. And so that's why I came down here. I don't have a book. If you've got documents, bring them to me. Okay? If you've got video, I'll figure out a plan to force these people to have to deal with it. But if you think that life is like 2008 or 2007, or when I'm rubbing my nipple to get 91X in 1986, things are different. And this is an era, this is a completely different era. And I have yet to find the person who, once we talk about it, we're all having the same exact revelation at the exact same time, and we're looking for people to say, is it really happening? Has the revolution, has the counter-revolution begun? I think it has, and we have truth on our side. I don't care if David Lagerstein reports this and they put this on MSNBC and say that he's a crazy, because I know that the American people go, I agree with that. They've suppressed it. We're held to the standard of truth, and I'm happy about that.